What's up, everyone? We're going to be talking about Superman. And Superman's been around for 80 plus years. He started out in Action Comics. And today I'm going to recommend to you the best Superman comics, the best movies and television series that he's been in. He's everywhere and he's been around for a long time, and it's hard to pinpoint what exactly is the best place to start. First thing I would recommend reading for the graphic novels is I would start with something a little fun. Superman Blue, because he has these different powers. There's actually a really good run from Grant Morrison. He wrote the JLA and Superman Blue. Then I would read at number 9, Superman Rebirth. Was where I kind of started with Superman, and it's what Dan Jurgens did with the character. He teamed him up with Lex Luthor, and they fought Doomsday. You also have a good. This is also where the Super Son started, and there's a good one-shot comic where Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Bruce Wayne and Catwoman go on a date. That's a really good comic. Standalone. Next up, I would go New 52. You don't have to read the whole New 52 run, but Grant Morrison, with the first volume, he reboots the story. It's really fun. And then I would go with the Elseworld story. It's called Superman Red Sun. It's the communist Superman. He lands in Russia instead of America. It's one of my favorite Superman stories. And then number 6, I got Kingdom Come. It's more of a Justice League story, but it's fun because it's in the future. It's older Superman. Kingdom Come it's not just a good Superman story, it's just a great DC story, all around DC. Number 5, I got Superman Smashes the Klan. This is kind of a fun, kind of like throwback to the 1950s when the Ku Klux Klan was terrorizing communities, and who better to have Superman there to stop the Klan? And it's told from the perspective of an Asian family who just come to this town. And they play baseball with these kids whose parents are part of the Ku Klux Klan. It's really well done. Number 4, we have Superman Earth 1. So, this is the one that reminds me of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. It's more of a gritty take on Superman. It's darker. It starts in Smallville, and you watch him quickly turn into Superman. It's very much kind of it feels very much like a companion to Man of Steel. Number 3, we had The Reign of the Supermen. This is what followed the death of Superman, where I remember reading this week by week. The readers would guess who the new Superman was going to be. Was it going to be Eradicator? Was it going to be John Steele? Was it going to be was it going to be Superboy? Was it going to be? It kept you guessing, and it was a big war. Who was going to be the next Superman? Number 2, I got Death of Superman. I wouldn't just read that one comic, to be honest with you. Just reading the Death of Superman, where Doomsday kills Superman. You gotta read The Road to Doomsday, and then it's a good 45 comics, but it's the lead into it's worth it. And then Funeral for a Friend, and then that Reign of Superman and then we get the Return of Superman. And number one is All-Star Superman. It's amazing. Uh, I just tear up when you get to the final page of that book, and um, Superman dying of cancer. It's real sad. All right, let's get into Superman film and TV recommendations. So for animated, I have Young Justice. Then at 4, we have Justice League. Number 3, I have My Adventures with Superman. Number 2, I have Justice League Unlimited. And 1, I had the Superman Bruce Timm vs. Superman. Let's get to TV and film. Justice League, the film, Zack Snyder's. Number 4, Superman and Lois. Number 3, Batman vs. Superman. Number 2, Smallville. And number 1, I have Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. And I think if you follow that recipe, you will be a big Superman fan. If you want to get the figures, I would suggest the Superpowers, the classic figures, or Top McFarlane's figures are some of the best figures for Superman. Because I'm not getting Hot Toys. I've seen some nice Hot Toys of Superman, but I'm not paying those Hot Toy prices. All right, well, let me know what your favorite Superman cartoon, movie, and comic book is. Peace out.